into authentic conversations about ourselves and our community, exploring topics that uplift and inspire us. From personal growth to social change. So grab your teacup and get ready to join the conversation.
at gmail.com. FDMG resumes at gmail.com is what we're looking for. My thing is what happened? I'm in the process of relocating to Wilmington, Delaware. So
he never moved to Wilmington, Delaware. He ended up moving. He gets evicted from this place, then he moves in with his mother the following year, which would have been in 2020. But he starts lying right away. That's what Umar does. He's a pathological liar.
Apartment is a mess right now. Y'all don't need to.
He's trying to say that the reason why his apartment looks like that is because he's in the process of moving. Okay, first of all, it looks like that because Umar's filthy. I'm not saying it to be mean spirited. He is. He's filthy, and he's a hoarder. Okay. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna prove that in just a moment. Okay. Well, he's already proven that in this video, but I'm gonna prove the hoarding part in just a moment.
See all that. I'm in the process of relocating to Wilmington.
Pictures and stuff back there, African artifacts. There's a bookshelf back there. It's like grayish color.
Delaware. I'm in the process of relocating to Wilmington, Delaware. I'm in the process of relocating.
What's up, guys? Little Princess. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. All right, real quick, let me just show you guys something. He accidentally flips his phone.
Resumes.
Okay, you see all this filth right here? Okay, he's filthy, and he's a hoarder. Look at that TV, the big back TV up over there in the corner. Watch.
At gmail.com.
See it back there? Okay, keep that in mind. That's that big back TV.
DMG resumes.
Oh, shit.
Look at this. I mean, it's packed all the way to the walls. And what Umar has done is with these abandoned buildings in Wilmington, Delaware, the other side of the street, he's taken a lot of his personal belongings and he stored it over there. In fact, the small gym, he doesn't show it anymore. It's like a hoarder situation in there, the small gym. Okay, he had his personal belongings inside of the large gym.
Gmail.
And a lot of it is this stuff from 2019 that he brought over when he gets evicted, and he just takes it over to these abandoned buildings. Okay, he's been homeless since 2019.
.com is what we.
Okay, so I just want to play that for you guys to see. He flips his phone, and then what we find is that by 2020, Umar he's live streaming inside his mama's closet. Okay, and that's
Medusa going once, Red Medusa going twice, Red Medusa going once, Red Medusa going twice.
I want to speak on this, okay? Dr. Umar is as big as like an Anton Daniels, a Nino Brown talking ass nigga, right? To where you would think that he would have a studio where he went live and just brought himself to us and talked that shit that he talks on the podcast and, about life, love, and living, You would think this nigga's in a closet at his mama's house. This is fucking acceptable. I've been back on YouTube 2 months and I have Streamlabs to where I can go live on as many platforms as they allow me to. Right now I'm live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. Okay, I don't know why my Instagram, but I got my Instagram in there. It's just not connecting. I don't know. And 5 years ago when I used to go live on YouTube and stuff, I had a little area in my house where I carved it out as a studio. And I had a desk, all my equipment, and a TV on the wall as a backdrop behind me to like use as something that I'm thinking about doing that again. I don't know. That I use as something that you guys could like, you know, see behind me in real time what I was looking at on the screen. Y'all can see it behind me, right? Like Anton Daniels setup. That's how I had my live stream set up as well. So I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Is Umar doing? Umar ass is a big perpetrator of the fraud, y'all. Always perpetrating the fraud.
Where's Red Medusa?
I'll skip through.
So please stop it. It take too long. How do I feel about the attempt to burn down Martin Luther King house?
I mean, I'm not mad at people that start off in closets, but Umar ain't starting off. Umar has been doing this for decades, like at least a decade or more. He should be somewhere set up in a house, bitch, with properties he owns, like Anton Daniels, like Nino fucking Brown, like motherfucking Funky Dineva, with a little studio. A studio. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is this? You in like a linen closet at that. You ain't even in no walk-in closet. Because I've had closets that you could walk in. I could have made a studio out of that. However, I had more clothes and shoes than I had space to fit a desk and stuff. And I refused to lose. So I didn't get rid of my stack. But I still found a nook where I carved it out to be my streaming area. Okay, and I still have one. You know, like I stream from all over the place. So I could be on the balcony. I could be at my my makeup desk. I'm on my bed right now. But I just moved. So I used my last desk that I had in my bedroom as a desk on my balcony because it's like a cute balcony piece. So I'm waiting on my new desk to come from my bedroom here in the next couple of days or whatever. I'm going to set up and stream there. If I get uncomfortable, I'm going to get back on my bed. So, but not for nothing. It's just like, oh my God, Umar's in a fucking linen closet.
The same way about that as I felt about the woman who stabbed Martin Luther King in Harlem at the book signing. And I think either they was MK Ultra projects, you know, government robots, you know, human robots, a real person who's been psychologically programmed to destroy their own community. I think that was the case. Or she was just a mentally ill sister, one or the other. But it's just sad because...
So did you hear about they had burned down another one of his houses earlier this year around March?
I didn't hear about that.
Let me skip through.
She said, Dr.
Here we go.
All right, now be blessed.
He accidentally flipped his phone again. He's a hoarder. He lives. It's filthy. Look at the walls, dirty too. See this? There's a sack of potatoes. I kid you guys not. Now we got 3,715 people here. Shout out to everyone. Okay, including you, Umar Johnson. I got love for y'all too. Okay? We've all been deceived. I've been deceived too. So you know, no disrespect. It's all love. He got a sack of potatoes in there. Real talk. That's crazy. See this? This is Mama Closet. Okay, now look in the background. You see he has these little drapes. One is of Marcus Garvey, but behind that you see the drapes where it's like little black stars, tie-dye type. Okay, this is his mama's closet. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can pull this video up. It's the chair video. The first time we found this out to be true, and I talked about it earlier, where Umar, oh, won't let me do this. Okay, hold on one second. Where Umar, I got to take here. Hold on one second. Let me just go ahead and go back and let this play. Let me
going to rebuild.
Wow, I wasn't even aware of that. Yeah, conspiracy to destroy Dr. King.
Yeah, they're trying to erase the history, Dr. Umar. But you keep doing your thing, Dr. Umar. You definitely got a lot of good followers out here. Good people.
Appreciate you, my brother. I appreciate you. All right, now be blessed.
Okay, so you see the stars back there? Now, when we first ascertained or determined that this was his mama's house, in this video right here.
Okay. So
you see the backdrop? This is the same closet. He has this broke down chair in here. And I was referencing this earlier. Again, like I said, I can back up everything I say when I talk about Umar with a receipt or receipts, paperwork. It can also be videos. In particular, when we talk about the financials, we can look at his IRS filings for his nonprofit. But I was talking about this earlier where Umar gets up out of the chair, that there's a knock at the, it's actually a doorbell. It's not a knock at the door, I don't think. I think it was a doorbell. Yeah, it's a doorbell that rings. So I apologize. I messed it up earlier. It was a doorbell that rings. Umar, he's ranting inside of his mama's closet, okay? We didn't know that it was his mama's closet at that time.
We didn't know no better. We'd almost feel sorry for Umar. However, Umar, he's just a grifter. Like, you know what I'm saying? He drifts from place to place, grifted off motherfuckers. And he knows better. He got plenty of sins. He might have some neurological issues going on or whatever, but it doesn't stop him from getting to the bag. So, you know what I'm saying? Why are you in your mama's closet? If anything, you should have a place with a space for you to do your thing, Umar. And you in your mama closet, hoarded out, living like a straight rat. Sad.
But inevitably, he gets up from the chair. Okay. Hold on one second. I thought I had it. He gets up from the chair and then he answers the door and he has this conversation. Now, you won't be able to hear it, but I just want you guys to see this backdrop. Anytime you see Umar with this backdrop, there's other backdrops too, where you can see that there's these pink, yellow lace, red lace curtains. That's his mama's closet. But he gets up, he has this conversation. You won't be able to hear it inside of this video. But you can kind of hear it. You can kind of hear it. Okay? And I can play the video where I've adjusted the audio, but I'm not going to do that here. But he comes back and he sits down. See, when he goes to talk, when he gets up out of his chair, that's when he's talking to the caseworker, and the caseworker is asking about, they're doing like a wellness check on his mother.
Chair.
Okay, and
look at this chair that the prince is sitting in. That bitch is ratted out. It's ratted out. Now, I can see you being a little low, 20,000. Umar gets millions of views on YouTube, whether it be on somebody else's platform or whatever the case may be. You getting views. People are watching you. Why are you sitting in that shit? You can't upgrade a better chair. God damn, even I got a nicer fucking chair than that. And my chair kind of looks like this.
And you can kind of hear him having a conversation in the background. That's when we realize, okay, this is his mama's house, because he actually tells the woman, I'm Umar Johnson. The woman gives her names in the organization. I'm going to give you all that information. And Umar explains how he's the oldest son. He's the primary caretaker. And they have this conversation that goes on. That's his mama's house. That's not Umar's house. He was evicted in 2019. By 2020, he's staying inside of his mama's closet. Okay. Now that backdrop changes at time, but this was the first time we recognized years ago that Umar was living inside of that was his mama's place. And you guys have seen him over the last 3-4 years where he's live streaming from this location. The reason why he ain't doing it now is because we've called him out on this extensively more recently. So you don't see him live streaming inside of mama's closet. Lene spilled the beans on the living conditions up over there. And he flipped the phone inside the mama's closet. It was filthy. She talked about how the whole house is filthy, hoarder situation. Umar's filthy. That's why he's not live streaming from his mama's. There's also other stuff I think is going.
Prince allows their mama, the queen, Nefertiti, whatever you be calling that woman, live like that is wrong. That is wrong. Your mother is, unable to care for herself. She's at that age. And you doing all this, you doing on the internet about how we supposed to protect and serve and love our people. You don't even love your own mama, Umar. Because if you did, you damn sure would not allow her to live in those conditions. You damn sure would.
on, right? Where he's been reported and for elder abuse, and because of living conditions that his mama's in, that he's not up over there like he's normally up over there. Okay, that's a little bit beyond what we're going to get into today, but I just want to outline that as well. So the point that I want to make here to draw back as we get closer to getting into the main video is that Umar has been living with his mama since 2020 and living off of his mama's from 2020. In fact, I have an interview with Umar Johnson's nephew who explains how Umar's in control of everything, including the checks that come. Okay, so he's benefiting off of the fact that she's on Section 8 housing. They received an eviction notice or a tenant complaint for their status, the mama status, to have Section 8 housing. That was back in 2023. Umar's supposed to be the primary caretaker. Why isn't he handling that basic business on his mother's behalf? Okay. Meanwhile, he stays there when he can. Right, he's collecting, and he's as a primary caretaker, he's collecting money too as a primary caretaker. But then he's also in charge of her finances too. So that's why he's not live streaming inside his mama's closet like he used to, because it's going to cause more people to look. Oh, wait a minute, we recognize you inside your mama's closet. See, and then they have to start. People start thinking about the whole situation with his mama. Okay, his nephew said that he won't even let other family members see the mama. He also told the story about how Umar's mother's mother, which would be Umar's grandmother, before she died, tried to see Umar Johnson's mama, and Umar wouldn't let her. She passed away, rest in peace. And Umar shows up at the funeral with the great grandmama's mama, meaning Umar's mother. What kind of man does that? So anytime you see Umar live streaming where he has that backdrop, or you see those red lace curtains in the background, understand that that's his mama's closet. He's been living off his mama since 2020. What kind of man has her living in filth, right? So there's paperwork that I can pull up too in terms of the complaints, but I'm not going to get into all that right now. So this all to say that when we set all this up, recognize that 2010, Umar says the school's going to open in 2013. 2014, he starts raising money for the St. Paul's College, right? 2009, the end of 2016, he said that he raised $1 million. I have him in a video saying it. Also have him in another video saying that by the end of the year, this year, which would have been 2016, that he would be at $1 million, right? Then in 2019, he purchased these abandoned buildings for $400,000, right? And then here we are 6 years later. It's crazy. Is it 6 years? Yeah, 6 years later, over 16 years later, so almost 6 years and 6 months, 6 years later, and there's still no school. And yet he's having these financial issues, and there's a whole lot of money that's missing. Okay? Now he's telling people that his bank accounts were frozen. We're going to get into that now. All right. So I showed the video of Umar in Africa. And I showed the video. This is the other one I want to show because Umar, again, real quick, this is going to be the last thing. Umar, he used the excuse of vandalism to try to get money out of people. You guys remember this in the timeline. Mm-hmm. And then he said that he needed to have a Umar defense fund to try to get money out of Black people. And then now he's saying that his bank accounts have been frozen to try to get money out of people. You guys see the pattern here? Let me just show this to you guys real quick, and then we're going to get to the main video. By the way, if you look at this carefully, you can see that this vandalism was done a long time ago because there's like a film of dust on top of the paint. So it has been sitting like this for a very long time.
Lenny don't miss a fucking thing, nigga. He should have been an analyst for the feds and some shit. He don't miss nothing. He fine-tooth combs Lenny's head, or Umar's head, okay? He said that if you can notice. There is a film from time settling on this shit. This ain't just happened. This happened a while ago. I be loving it. Lenny, get into Lenny. If you really want to know the crooks and crevices of fucking Umar, dig Lennon shit. Lennon shit is the shit to dig up on fucking Umar. Umar is a whole mess out here in these streets. And it's just what it is. Like Umar you know, he set himself up to be a public figure. You see what I'm saying? Where he's going all around and he's looking to encourage, and you know, and it's one thing to have a past and you know, learn from it and walk in a walk to where you can empower and uplift others. I do it. Other people do it. You know what I mean? Because I don't want people to make the same mistakes that I did, or unfortunately get wrapped up in a situation where you could be avoided, whether it's your parents, your cousin, your grand, any fucking body. You know what I'm saying? That's somewhere not really treating you as accordingly as you should in life, and then you know, unfortunate situations occur to you. I want you to learn from situations and experiences and stuff, and see where there are other opportunities and availabilities for your life that you know will have a better affordability at living. Okay, quality of life type shit. Umar ain't doing that. Umar is pretending to do that for us, and then stepping outside and, you know, he's gorilla pimping on life type attitude. You know what I mean? So that's just not okay. That's just not okay.
Umar tried to act like this was recent. No, this wasn't recent. Okay, he posted this June 14th, which was about a month, 5 weeks ago. No, this damage has been done for years. They almost had 4,000 people.
Dennis said this has been going on for years, Barasaka. Fuck you, Barasaka. This shit got gremlins living in it. It's been sitting here so long.
On him. This had been sitting for many years, but he pulls it out because he needs money to go to Africa. So he pulls it out the woodworks. See, he does this over and over again. He's a pathological liar. It's all about getting money out of people, Black people in particular. Notice these are books. These are his personal items. Remember I talked about the bookshelf?
Umar knows how to, you know, appeal to the Black experience. You know what I'm saying? He knows that we're hurt. He knows that we're impoverished. He knows that we are minority. He knows that we come from slavery. He knows this. He's Black. You know what I'm saying? So he panders off of our hurt and pain of us being oppressed, and oh, they always got their foot on our neck, and they do. They still do in 2025. However, I'm not uprising. I may grand rise on your ass every morning, but I'm not upright. I don't say grand rising, but I do get up grand, thank God, and rise to the fucking occasion of my life every goddamn day. But I'm not uprising on shit. I'm not doing it. I'm not marching. I'm not getting shot. I'm not getting bit by dogs. I'm not getting hoes. My, you know, ancestors have already done that so that I can live in somewhat of a better, you know, societal culture today than I would if I were been born in their times, right? So that's how I look at it. I will fight for the equalities and injustices that, you know, really do matter for the survival of our lives out here in America, but I don't do it in those ways. Okay, like I vote, I talk, you know, understanding and empowering on issues and matters that matter to us, right? You know, I get out and talk. We, you know, have little walks and things like that, like not a protest, but like a walk for, you know, justice and equality of certain situations, right? I do all types of stuff. We do what are you like when petitions, right? All of that, you know what I'm saying? Raise money for a cause. Somebody didn't got run over by the police, raise money for their hospital bill. You see what I'm saying? But all of that killing each other, I'm not doing any of that. I'm not going out and I'm not getting killed because Ray was down there and he got killed by the police because he was riding and goddamn it, he looks suspicious. We all look suspicious in this country if you're a minority. I don't give a damn who you are. You could be Samuel L. Jackson and you in the wrong neighborhood. They're going to be like, who is that suspicious Negro? You see what I'm saying? So it's unfortunate it happens. However, that's when you get on the, you know, police commissioners of your city and start talking to them and keep pressure on them in that way. But I'm not uprising on the Caucasian community to get myself murdered. That serves no purpose for the rest of my lineage that needs me. Thank you very much.
Video where he flipped his phone at his residence the last time he had a residence back in 2019. Okay, these are the same belongings. These suitcases, these are all Umar Johnson's belongings. It has nothing to do with Black boys. There's that gray shelf, bookshelf back there?
Lennon said this is all Umar shit that's inside of the school that supposedly got vandalized. He said this is all Umar's. Like Umar been squatting in his own school type shit.
There's a black one. See the pictures and picture frames? There's the gray ones right here. These are the one I was talking about. These ones right here. You see the dust? Okay, this stuff has been sitting in here for a very long time. See, Umar, but he wants to bring it out this year. But this has been sitting in here for years. It has to be years with this amount of dust that's accumulated on top of the items that are on the ground already, that on top of the paint that's on the ground and on other things as well. Okay. See, look way back in the back, all that trash and filth that wasn't there. I can put the video where Umar first showed the interior of these buildings, in particular of this large gym. None of this stuff was in there, and there's trash and filth all lined up against the wall way back in the background. You guys look carefully. See this? See how there's a film of dust on top of the paint? All this damage was done many years ago.
That's horrible.
These are all his personal belongings.
That's way worse than vandalism. That is way worse than the extent of some fucking vandalism in that motherfucker. I don't know what that is. That look like he stored a bunch of shit inside of there and just kind of threw it in there. That don't look like no goddamn vandalism. I don't know. But it just don't look like that to me. My third eye is telling me I see something different with that. I don't know.
Carefully, there's a shoe, a red, black, and green shoe. Because that has nothing to do with FMG or black boys or saving black boys. That has to do with Umar using these abandoned buildings as his own personal storage
Right,
space.
he probably just threw
if you
that
look
shit in there.
further up in the shot, you can see hats, like fitted hats, a whole bunch of them too. But that's because Umar, he wears those. He really wears those a lot. You see the hats, the caps back there, fitted caps. And you see right there, that's that big back TV. Hit the one if you guys can see it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So if I go back and play the video where Umar flipped his phone the first time,
Lennon don't miss nothing. I want Lennon to go over my
let me let this play. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Find something on my God damn it. You don't miss nothing.
Hey, you see it right there? Now let me pull this over.
Wrong outfit. Send those resumes in. fdmgresumes@gmail.com. fdmgresumes
Oh, he a
at
grifter.
gmail.com. FD.
What you take?
See
Look at the
there in the
TV.
background? Yeah, he's taking all this stuff from this apartment and he's transferred it over to these abandoned buildings. It's been sitting in there since the end of 2019, but then in 2025, 6 weeks ago, he explains how it was just the gym had just been vandalized. No, that's all of his belongings. There's dust on top of the belongings. There's dust on top of the paint. That vandalism took place a long time ago. So the question becomes, why did Umar do that? Well, he did that because he had to go over to Africa, so he was the one to beg for money.
Whoa! Why you ain't telling you, mom?
See the pieces fit together. Okay, keep all this in mind. I'm setting this all up for purpose. Okay, I know I'm a little bit long-winded here, but let's get into the main video now. Thank you guys so much for being patient. We have a lot of super chats in here too. Matter of fact, let me just do a couple of them, okay, and we'll get to more of them a little bit later on. Let's see. Sweet D says, I need the PIN number to the EBT FMG rush card. Now, listen, I haven't watched the video yet, Sweet D. All right. I watched the first part where he starts talking about my Canadian Africans and my African Africans and my Cookie Express chat Africans. And then I just stopped. Okay, but other people reporting, they said something about Umar stated that his bank accounts were frozen. Okay, so we'll get to the video. Thank you so much, sweet tea. James says Jermaine No Shame. Yeah, if you guys don't know, Umar Johnson's government name is Jermaine Shoemaker. Okay, his father changed his name a little bit later on down the line. Thanks, James, for the super chat. Jermaine, I got you. And thanks for being a member for 16 months. User 225 says, I texted Umar asking if non-Africans can donate to his PayPal, Apple Pay, or if only.
Thanks for watching. Remember to show your support by liking, subscribing, and sharing. It's a blessing. Keep your teacups filled and ready for my next upload. Until then, stay inspired and remember, always stay sifted.